Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for March 1st, Friday, March 1st, into and through the weekend. I thought I was going to have my laptop today because I had that email that said on 220 I should have it back by 228, and on 227 late at night they sent me another of the same email saying I should have it back on 228, whereas the week prior, the night before I was supposed to have it back, they sent me one saying it had been pushed out from the 22nd to the 28th. So I thought for sure I would have had it yesterday. But I did not, and still do not. So I'm going to have to call them. But that was why I had waited a bit. It's still fairly early yet. It's not even noon yet. So we're going to get into this. Today, interesting energy. Moon in Capricorn could be, again, restrictive, cause us some issues. There's something else. There was a transit with Venus and I know Venus entered Aquarius, but there was something else today with Venus. The Venus entering Aquarius is good, so I'll talk about that in a second, but I was trying to remember what else she did today. Uranus. Venus square Uranus today. And that could go like either way. All right, so, you know, and especially depending upon in which of your houses it falls. But Venus entered Aquarius today, which is a good thing. And although I went over that in the weekly general reading, I'll quickly read something again about what that means. So what happens when the planet of attraction and true love enters the zodiac sign of equality, light working, and technology foresight? The amazing out of this world is what happens, also known as Venus entering Aquarius. So they're calling Aquarius the sign of equality and light working. Equality, some of you might say, isn't that Libra? Because of like the justice and the fairness. The thing is, Aquarius is the sign of humanitarianism and like global thinking about well beyond yourself, you know, and the world at large, and everybody being treated fairly, and you possibly being the only person with that idea and thought and willing to, you know, fight for it, you know, and wait for everybody else to catch up and understand your way of thinking, because it's probably well ahead of everyone else. So it's thereby also, of course, the plan of light work, if it's the plan of humanitarianism. And which is why the age of Aquarius is when so many people are awakening and becoming more humanitarian, you know, in their own lives and in their jobs, their practice, their religiosity or spiritualism. So I just want to give some clarity to that part, but I'll continue reading. Venus focuses on what we idolize and pulls it in like a tractor beam, whereas the greatest strength of Aquarius is the ability to concentrate and contemplate on building one ideal. When it comes to Aquarius, I always think Sheldon Cooper of Big Bang Theory. Quirky, out of the box, thinks too much, but has a soft spot you can't help but adore. By merging lover Venus with quirky Aquarius and acting on what you're feeling, which is positive, you manifest your desires, wishes, and prophecies faster. Not too shabby heading into the most romantic holiday of the year. Am I right? I don't know what holiday that is. Easter? I don't know what they're talking about. Because it was posted after, the thing I'm reading was posted on February 28th, because it does start today, March 1st. So I don't know what romantic holiday they mean. All planets are automatically always moving through the zodiac signs. Venus spends about 2 to 3 weeks at a time in each sign, unless she's retrograde. This time around, she's having a party in Aquarius. Venus enters Aquarius March 1st, which is today again, and she will remain there till March 26th. This transit is love and money planet Venus, the embodiment of love and beauty, entering Aquarius, the sign of unconventional innovation. You are combining the powers of beauty and intellect, Venus, with intellectual prowess to go after what you want, Aquarius. The mind is then in excellent shape to converse with the universe and others on universal levels of intelligence. In other words, it's what we mean when we say, I hear you, or you so get me. Universal intelligence plus beauty equals sparks flying in love. You're able to speak and to engage via non-verbal communication, which much easier to convey depth of emotion. And that nonverbal communication is the majority of what Roy and I, always had. He didn't, sometimes I would, think about him when that song, like Let's Hear It for the Boy comes on, like, my baby, he don't talk sweet. He ain't got much to say. And it's like really true, like just quiet. But, yeah, just able to speak without words, would see me and just want to hug for like 15 minutes, just standing there hugging, like, not saying anything. You can feel it in the air. I don't know if you're getting me. I'm trying to describe it, but it probably sounds just weird anyway. Anyhow, Aquarius rules the 11th house. So there's another indication of why Aquarius is the age of the times, or why it's the rise of illumined and elect beings, and why our we're expected now to complete these missions, that have been prophesized for thousands of years. This is the 11th, right there. The age of Aquarius. It's the house of ideals and dreams and group connections. Big dreams that connect you to humanity can be found here. Being able to attract experiences and people that can help you to achieve those big dreams when Venus is in Aquarius is very exciting. Aquarius, like its counterpart, Leo, adds soul to things and makes them easy to relate to or to accept. It is very important to develop conversation or social skills and to be adept at learning new cultures or being open to other philosophies. It's all about being open to different and to being different yourself and to being open, as well as open to all differences, no matter what causes them. Being the attraction planet, Venus is not just open to differences, she's very, very attracted to them. Being different is super hot. And I can say I'm ruled by Venus as a Gemini. And I am attracted to differences far more than, the traditional. Like, good looks and money and stuff. Like that stuff is secondary to me, to other things that stick out. In other words, let that freak flag fly, exactly. And let others fly their flags with you as well. This is not the time for conventional norms in relationships. This is about learning how to communicate and to relate in relationships using words, thoughts, and non-judgy spirits. It isn't accepting each other for what and who we are really what love is about anyway. Yes, it is. That was their words, not mine. I just want to talk about the Leo part for a second, or maybe about myself, or both, for a second. So this also explains the same way it sort of adds explanation to why the age of Aquarius, why this particular time are all these things happening. It also connects for me personally as to why was chosen to do certain things. So again, I'm a Gemini. I'm ruled by Venus. My moon is in Aquarius. So I'm totally one of these people, that's every day of my life. I have Venus and Aquarius both working, right, in me. And I'm a Leo rising. So this is the other part that they're adding. A sign ruled by Venus, coupled with Aquarius, and with Leo. A sign representative of Venus as the Queen of Swords, or the High Priestess, even more so. Venus or Mother, you guys know what I mean. The notion of high standards is a notion that will be very abundant during Venus and Aquarius. Both Venus and the fixed sign of Aquarius have high standards, the best. This is how dreams come true in the 11th house of Aquarius and in the luxurious house of Venus. You need to put your best face forward, and you need to not settle for less. This applies to both physical, best body, and intellectual, best mind, in order to create a union of two souls as close to perfection as you will get on this plane. It's exactly what we mean when we say mind, body, and soul in love. It's all about becoming your best, doing your best, and expressing your best. It's also about not settling for less. When you do that, love at its best in your life feels natural to you. Yes, you must become more selective in who you share your beauty with. Beware of casting pearls before swine-like personalities who only seek to abuse your relationship or who are only with you for what you can do for them. When you send the message to the world of lovers that you command the best, amazing things will happen. Really sexy, amazing things will happen. You'll become confident, and then lovers, whether you're single or attached, flock to you like flies, to the sweetest honey in all the land. Venus and Aquarius love is literally the whole package for both parties. Your dreams are about to come true if you put in the effort. Do you want them? High standards and good intentions go hand in hand in love. You can have low standards and good intentions and still have very satisfying relationships. You can have high standards with low intentions, or this Venus flytrap is going to get you. Aquarius doesn't play dirty, usually. Aquarius is about healing the world and not about being a judgy judge master. Aquarius is also honest, brutally honest. I'm sure you guys have noticed that about me. Brutally honest. I don't care if it goes against my own previous ideologies. I'm going to say it if I know something. If you try to mislead them, that fly trap will get you. Tricking people into loving you is not okay. Mixed messages are not okay. Pretending to love someone when you don't is not okay. Aquarius wants you to speak from your right to speak, and Venus wants to help you to attract what is within your right to attract. When you do that, and all parties are engaging in fair tactics, the end result will literally astound you. Do you want the whole package in love? Do you want to be considered the whole package in love? Then let that freak flag fly. You are pretty amazing. When Venus enters Aquarius, everybody knows it, no matter what zodiac sign you are. You do you, baby. There's nothing sexier in the world. Keep your standards high and don't push up against the box. Break that mold, baby. So you heard it. Any zodiac sign, this applies. All right. So on that note, what else do I have to say about this day? We will start with the year 1642 or 1304, 1111, when Georgiana, and in parentheses they have York, in Maine, so I guess it was previously called York, became the first incorporated American city. 1780 or 88, Pennsylvania becomes the first U.S. state to abolish slavery. In parentheses, they have for newborns only. So if you were already a slave, you stay one, but you wouldn't be born into slavery after 1780. 1847, on 9/11 or 11, Michigan becomes the first English-speaking jurisdiction to abolish the death penalty. And in parentheses, they have, except for treason against the state. 1869, U.S. postage stamps showing scenes are issued for the first time. These pictorials showed a post horse and rider, a locomotive, a shield, an eagle, and a ship. The ship's name was the Adriatic. 1872, on 9/9, Yellowstone becomes the world's first national park. And 1954, the U.S. explodes Castle Bravo, 15-megaton hydrogen bomb at Bikini Atoll. It's the most nuclear device ever detonated by the U.S. Did you know Captain America is created by cartoonists Joe Simon and Jack Kirby? It first appears in comic book form, published by Timely Comics on this day in 1941. Famous birthdays: Glenn Miller, Yitzhak Rabin, and Justin Bieber. Would you believe SS City of Glasgow leaves Liverpool Harbor with approximately 480 passengers and crew? She was never seen again. City of Glasgow, I'm sorry, like Glasgow in Scotland. So it was the ship, the SS City of Glasgow. It left Liverpool and disappeared into thin air on this day in the year 1854, which is another 9/9. Nines represent endings. So I guess that was their end, their demise. Famous weddings. 1434, Jacqueline, Countess of Haintot, formally marries Frank von Borsel 2 years after first secretly marrying him. 1827, another 9/9. Father of U.S. history, George Bancroft, 26, was his first wife, Sarah Dwight. 1947, rocket engineer, I guess that is a rocketeer, Werner von Braun, 34, weds Maria Louise von Quistorp in Landshut, Germany. Famous divorces: 1919 or 11, Gloria Swanson, who was also 19, divorces actor Wallace Beery, who was 31 after 2 years of marriage. 1950, actress Ingrid Bergman, 34, divorces dentist Peter Aaron Lindstrom after 12 years of marriage. In 1989, Julianne Phillips and Bruce Springsteen divorce. Famous deaths: Leopold II. He was a nasty fuck. Nasty, like one of the most evil people to ever walk the earth. There's also Jackie Coogan and Edwin Land. Edwin Land was a scientist and inventor, American, co-founder of the Polaroid Corporation. His Polaroid instant camera, which went on sale in late 1948, made it possible for a picture to be taken and developed in 60 seconds or less. He also invented inexpensive filters for polarizing light, a practical system of in-camera instant photography, and developed his Retnick's theory of color vision. He was born on May 7th in 1909 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, USA, and was a Taurus. He died on March 1st in 1991 at the age of 81. Jackie Coogan was an actor. He was American. He was famous for the Addams Family. He played the kid. He was born on October 26 in 1914 in Los Angeles, California, USA, and was a Scorpio. He died on March 1st in 1984 at the age of 69 of cardiac arrest. Leopold II was a Holy Roman Emperor and Austrian, one of the most capable of the 18th century reformist rulers, known as the Enlightened Despots. Well, that's very interesting because he is known for having tortured many black people, Africans, done all kinds of experiments and sick, disgusting, heinous things. So I don't know how he was so enlightened. Anyway, he was born on May 5th in 1747 in Vienna, Austria, and was a Taurus. He died on March 1st in 1792 at the age of 44. Going back up to the birthdays, Justin Bieber is a pop star. He's Canadian. He was discovered on YouTube in 2007 and has become one of the most popular recording artists in the world. He was the first artist to have 7 songs from a debut record on the charts to Billboard Hot 100. He was born on March 1st in 1994 in London, Ontario, Canada, and is 24 years old, a dog on the Chinese zodiac, and a Pisces. Yitzhak Rabin was the 5th Prime Minister of Israel. The current Prime Minister of Israel yesterday, Benjamin Netanyahu, was indicted on 3 charges of fraud, conspiracy. I forget the other thing. He's going down, it appears. In any case, this guy was the 5th Prime Minister of Israel. He served 2 terms in office from 1974 through 77, and then in 1992 until his assassination in 1995. In 1994, he won the Nobel Peace Prize together with longtime political rival Shimon Peres and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. He was born on March 1st in 1922 in Jerusalem and was a Pisces. He died on November 4th in 1995 at the age of 73 of assassination. And one more. Glenn Miller was a big band leader and a jazz composer, the best-selling recording artist from 1939 to 1943, leading his self-titled band, the Glenn Miller Orchestra. Miller's hits include In the Mood, Pennsylvania 6/5000, Chattanooga Choo Choo, A String of Pearls, and Little Brown Jug. He disappeared in 1944 in bad weather over the English Channel while traveling to entertain Allied troops in France during World War II in a suspected plane crash. His body was never found. So on this same day in history, we have a ship that disappeared and this guy's plane that disappeared. In 2014, long overlooked military documents were discovered which indicate Miller's plane probably crashed in the English Channel after its fuel intakes froze. He was born on March 1st in 1904 in Clarinda, Iowa, USA, and was a Pisces. He died on December 15th in 1944 at the age of 40 in a probable plane crash over the English Channel. And he was the last. All right, so today we're starting with romantic dinner again. Buy shoes and try again. And Spirit says no. Still buy shoes. And weekend away. So maybe the dinner doesn't happen. Maybe you're looking forward to a dinner or something or get together today. And that doesn't happen, but that doesn't mean that the weekend away is still not going to take place. Like maybe there's some sort of delay. Possibly, you know what? Mercury's in shadow right now. It goes retrograde this week coming up. So it could be a delay having to do with that. Still buy shoes just in case you'll need them. All right, so I shuffled it a few times and I left them like this open because I more than once landed on 2 sixes. So this time the 6 of autumn and the 6 of spring. And the reason the 6s were particularly relevant, at least I felt, because of Venus, so the whole Venus and Aquarius thing. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, and to receive a grant or a scholarship. In return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. And this one says, so this is about giving and receiving and exchanging energy, okay? And it's an energy of unconditional love. Well, love is the highest energy of all. So this card always makes me think about unconditional love. Because if you're able to give somebody something or receive something from someone without an agenda, that's unconditional love. All right, and the other one is all about victory. You may receive a promotion, be chosen for a scholarship, or find that you're singled out for special recognition. You've done an amazing job and you deserve all the attention. So it's not, you're not receiving accolades of which you're undeserving. Something is coming to you, perhaps an exchange of unconditional love, whether it be, with a stranger who does you a favor, or you do something nice for a stranger on the street, or somebody with whom you share a deeper connection. And Six of Spring again. But opening to this one, womp womp, Eight of Winter. It's so easy to convince yourself that you're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you a greater sense of self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. This may also be connected to Mercury retrograde, perhaps. And the Six of Spring. But the Wheel, see? We're back to where we belong, the positive, wonderful energy that in which we belong. And Venus, the planet, is also the planet of abundance, love and money, not just love. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So maybe you'll receive some sort of abundance as compensation or reward for something, some sort of humanitarianism. So something. And that can be just your karma, right? Good karma. You did something kind for another out of unconditional love. Again, even if it was a stranger, which is very, humanitarian. And so the universe rewarding you, or Venus rewarding you with abundance. Boom. Six of Spring and the Eight of Autumn. Work being rewarded, reaping what you've sown. It's the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a seminar, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. And we have that opposite, the Six of Spring. So this can be you'd be receiving some sort of promotion or recognition, or again, something for your karma, the universe wanting to raise you up and promote you because of the work you've done. Eight of Spring, I'll do one more. And it is the Three of Autumn, which is all about abundance that is earned. Again, you're deserving of it, whether it be because of your labors on this plane, or something that you did that the universe is recognizing and wanting to raise you up for. It can even be ascension, right? The universe bumping you up a few levels or notches as it relates to your dimensional reality. Your most satisfying and profitable career or relationship comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. So here we have the work, and here we have the reward. Or here we have this energy of reaping what you've sown, and here we have that actually happening. Three of Autumn. Three of Autumn, I don't think in that scenario that we just saw, but in general also can have something to do with some sort of party of three, of course, including a love triangle. And we come to the Ace of Winter, all about a new start that may have been rough getting to, but we're here. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. So maybe that's why try again, change to no a minute ago with the dice. It can be something like that too. And the overall energy is Major Arcana card number 1, the Magician, which represents for me the sign of Gemini and is all about manifestation. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. I just was made to notice that as I was laying the cards, all of the masculine's cards were upright already. Ours, only the crowning one was, and these two were upside down. I had to flip them around. I don't usually pay it any mind, so I'm mentioning it because I've, been made to notice just now. All of these also upright, none in reverse. Crowning the masculine. It is Major Arcana card Unity, or the Hierophant. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, Find a new teacher or to spend time with others who are also on a spiritual path. So it can be about, yeah, your alliances, with whom you align yourself. And sometimes that involves removing yourself from people, places, and things that no longer, match your vibration. And I always say try to surround yourself with people who are of your vibration or greater, higher, from whom you can learn something. The Hierophant represents the sign of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. Surrounding the masculine, that 3 of Autumn is also back, so he's deserving. Your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. And this goes for relationships too, as I said. And in his subconscious, it is Major Arcana card Strength. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. Major Arcana card Strength is being able to face anything that comes your way, even having to cut off some people, places, and things with which you no longer resonate, and to proudly accept awards you're deserving of too. Or maybe to forgive somebody in order to mend a friendship, a group, or something. Crowning the feminine is the 8 of Spring. You've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for heaven's blessings, the blessings that heaven sends you. This can be about communication or other things buzzing around you, all positive. 8 of Spring, never a negative card, at least as far as I'm concerned. It's about movement in your life for the positive. The universe typically orchestrating a lot of things behind the scenes that you're not even aware of. And that results in the Ace of Autumn. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. And in the feminine subconscious, here's an opportunity, the Princess of Spring. Energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. You could be thinking about an opportunity, anticipating an opportunity, or something, an opportunity you've already been offered. You're focused on it. And this is what's going on around you as a consequence of this opportunity. The Princess of Spring, as far as actual people that are significant or maybe significant, it represents the sign of Sagittarius, Leo, like Major Arcana card Strength, which it mirrors here, or Aries. And can also, of course, be Mars, Jupiter, something like that themselves. Crowning. It's the 3 of Summer. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as a promotion, an engagement, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. This could be, something, a new relationship, or something lucrative, engagement, job, opportunity, something worth celebrating. At the root, foundation. From where did we come? We came from this place where things were, some sort of energy was trying to take from us rather than give to us. So thank God we've moved on from that. Caution will help you to avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So this is from where we started. It could have been our own lack of confidence, but it looks like we've picked up from there. For the masculine, it could have been some sort of relationship with somebody else and the need for forgiveness, somebody trying to detract from him instead of add to him. That may be again why he needs to change some of what is in his circle, but he can manifest better relationships into his life with the energy of the Magician. And when I pick the Magician up, also up right behind it is the 2 of Winter, which can be about a choice. It's another 2, like Major Arcana card Strength. 11 equals 2, and therefore possibly about partnerships. Procrastination and worrying about what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. That can also be connected to this Hierophant card. Not only can it be about you know, like someone else's, as far as the people that, you know, your company you keep may be telling you or trying to tell you, you know, who and what to do. So that can be one thing, but the Hierophant can also be about tradition. And like, this is the way we always do it. This is how we always. So what will others think if I do something different? Well, I just read to you guys about Venus and Aquarius. It's all about doing something different, you know, if that's what's in your heart to do. So the masculine really guided to follow that today and to make a decision that is best fitting of himself. And at the heart of the matter, and humanity, and the heart of the matter is Major Arcana card 13, release or death. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. So again, he may be needing to release tradition, break with tradition, as they say, to release people, places, and things with which he no longer resonates. Part of a group, maybe his, you know, his group, his gang, his friends, he doesn't fit with them anymore. The people he surrounds himself. Or maybe he's moving on to a new job, a new promotion. It's cause for celebration. This can also be about getting together with people with whom he does resonate, being social. Same thing for the feminine, communication, being social, lucrative opportunities awaiting her, moving away from funky energy that doesn't help us. So death to that also. Major Arcana card death represents the sign of Scorpio. Further advice to the masculine: the Prince of Spring, passionate, charismatic, confident, and restless. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing that you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. The Prince of Spring is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, just like the princess. There can definitely be a couple. You know, for some, this is about romance. Could be a young parent and child, something going on with them, or you know, it doesn't have to be a romantic couple. Could be another kind of partnering, or you know, maybe somebody up to not older than 35 max. That is this Prince of Spring and involved with somebody younger or more youthful, maybe an actual Sagittarius. All of those possibilities with this Prince of Spring and the princess showing up. This could also again be Jupiter, Mars, something, a karmic energy like the Eight of Spring is for the feminine, coming in to bless you. And feminine hour advice, the Seven of Spring: be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Guidance is trust that your inner guidance, rather, what you've been moved to do, was the right thing for you to do, that it's true, and then go ahead and follow it completely. So this could represent this in the basically like a past position, could represent in the past people having attempted to take away your personal power, or you giving your personal power away, relinquishing control over yourself by, you know, lacking confidence, lacking esteem. And so the universe, your advice is not to revisit that, but to instead continue to claim what is yours. Trust your intuition and your gut feelings in pursuing these opportunities, and don't look back. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily and the weekend reading. You know what? Let me look at death, and then I'm gonna just a little close. I mean, we know what it means, but I just want to see to what else specifically, like the cards want to show us, it might be connected to. Yeah, there's a old something that is trying to block your new blessing. So that old something is again connected to this energy of the Seven of Winter. This is what's trying to steal your joy, steal your opportunity, steal your blessing from you, and it wants to present itself. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. And it goes well with Major Arcana card Death, which again I said it represents the sign of Scorpio. So it's water on water, and you know, emotions involved here. Again, possibly relationship, releasing an old one so a new one can come in, or releasing the old negative energy from your current or past one, so that you guys can be reunited and reborn in a new way, and that's happier. It can be an old friend too. It doesn't have to be romantic. And I'll just be greedy. Yeah, the old painful times, maybe that was brought on by a fire element energy, coming to an end. Congratulations. So that's reason for celebrate. You unsuccessfully completing, accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons that life offered you with grace and courage. So yeah, that's definitely reason to celebrate. And like the 3 of autumn and the 3 of summer is a 3, and may have something to do with some sort of party of 3 or group. And maybe now moving down to 2 instead. Your vision is healing for you too. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors, or to expand the number of people helping you. So it can be about, again, changing with whom you surround yourself, your group, the social group that you hang out with. It can be about getting a partner, a romantic partner, a business partner, reuniting with a friend, healing a relationship with a family member, parent, child, all of those things possible here. And of course would bring you emotional joy, any of those that I just mentioned. And definitely something connected to our foundations that may have to do with you holding on to something or someone too tightly, or someone or something holding on too tightly to you. And that can be in the area of finance, material, or emotion. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you're spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building up walls that keep people out. So we want to give ourselves some wiggle room to grow and to move safely about the cabin, as they say. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily and weekend reading. As I started to say before, I will be back with the weeklies shortly. Namaste.